So a few weeks ago, I discovered this guy named Wigway, and he was opening a new server called Scat Thieves. So I decided, hey, why not? Why shouldn't I join a server like that? So here I am, joining this new server, see a crafting table to my right, immediately try to steal it. But, oh, nope, apparently it's locked. Can't take stuff for some reason. I discovered that there was a bug in the start of the server that didn't allow me to break any blocks at all. So we're just gonna wonder for now. I wanted to see if the bug was only on the spawn island, so I decided to take a little swim. Fortunate enough, I discovered a new island, so hopefully there won't be any problems over there. And I'm dead. Dead again. And again. And dead one more time. Thankfully, I was able to get an admin's attention, and they were able to fix any issues I was experiencing. Yeah, I also died again and for a second time. I decided to make a stash considering how many times I had died already. Turns out making a stash doesn't stop my stupidity. Spent a few hours mining and got some iron for myself. Decided to resurface after that point. Discovered a man in full diamond hour despite the server not being up for a single day. Traded some food for a single piece of iron, which is the exact amount of iron I needed to make the helm. Finally, after all that death, I had my own ship. It was incredibly slow, but it was mine. And then I fished for the next 3 hours. I got quite bored of fishing, so I decided to spend the next several hours mining gold, iron, copper, even a handful of diamonds, surprisingly. And I get to Shovel Zombie, losing all that progress. I managed to create brand new gear for myself, thankfully. At this point, I was already exhausted. I decided to give up on the trek for diamonds, considering how many times I had died already. I decided to make an engine for my ship, including a blast furnace and 2 furnaces with it. After a long time at sea, we had discovered a new island, which I would call my home. After finally making landfall at this new island, I decided to swim closer to investigate. I quickly realized that the island was incredibly full of vegetation and that it needed a lot of work to look somewhat habitable. I had a lot of work in front of me, considering that I only had stone tools, and I had several issues, considering the multiple fishes constantly poisoning me, as well as creepers constantly exploding this one hole. It took me a long time to actually fill up that hole, and actually make this somewhat of a flatland. As you can see, I had to level out entire mountains on the side of this thingy. It took me quite a long time. I also had to terraform this entire front part of the island to make accommodations for my ship. And of course, I had to die just one more time. But after so much effort, we could finally place down our campfire and cooking pot. We could finally start our future preparations for this base.